Last week, Mark and David Marskell introduced us to the new RAM exhibit at the museum in Kitchener. This week, we get more from its curator.
Marla Wasser joins us here on the beat, curator of the new exhibit called RAM, Rethinking Art and Machine, going on this fall at the museum. How are you? Nice to meet you.
It's so great to meet you, Mark.
I have to admit, when you hear about machines, you get this technical image of who the person would be that would curate a show. You don't really fit the mold.
Oh, well, then I'm happy that I'm changing your perception on that, and that's an interesting segue to this show, because in fact, that's really what I'm trying to do as well, change people's perception of what art and machine really is.
Now, it's interesting you say that, because often for a lot of people, when they hear the word machine, they think coldness. No emotion can come from looking at a machine. This kind of dissolves that, doesn't it?
You hit the nail on the head. This is exactly what we're doing. We are putting a face to each one of these artist areas. We are personalizing what their message is, their uniqueness in what they've created. And I think the audience is going to be very happy.
I'll say, so you've pulled together some artists that have done unique artworks, not in the traditional paint and palette form, but sort of what criteria are they given for their works? That they have to use electronics, or what is it?
Well, it's very individual. We have in this gallery a gentleman named Manfred Moore, and he was a pioneer of computer art, where we're actually showcasing his pieces right from the late 60s, early 70s, the first computer-made art, and we're very excited about that. I mean, if somebody wants to come here and have history, there's tremendous history within this exhibit. And
at the same time, it's interactive. It's not necessarily a sit and stare, although that's a big part of it. There is that wow and amazement part of it, but you have there's an interactive wall that, let me see, it kind of mirrors what you're doing, but it's not a mirror.
Well, in fact, that's really another artist from New York who is actually from Israel. His name is Danny Rosen. That is his platform. It's mirrors. And when you come through his area, you're going to see yourself reflected in trash mirrors and video mirrors. It's quite spectacular.
It's really hard to describe some of these pieces because you really must experience it too, but there's these little lights and almost birds are flying through them.
Yes, so that's Jim Campbell. He's a California artist, and we are just delighted to have him. So what he does is he is a graduate from MIT, and he's an engineer, and within his journey went to creating video art. So that is a video of birds that he personally took when he was in India, coming back and forth off of a fountain, and then he's transposed that into a 3D light fixture, and it is magnificent. I mean, you're just going to be blown away when you see it.
All right, it's a lot more than just putting nails in a wall and hanging up pieces of work. They're tweaking them and making them good. It's interactive, it's interesting, and there's an awe factor. It's hard to describe. Thank you so much for your time today.
Pleasure to be here.